I never thought a day like this I'd see you standing right here, right next to me. A fairy tale, just like it's meant to be. In a castle grand, two smiles met, filled with the purest light. With a happy skip and a gentle wave, a brand new adventure, they were brave. Hand in hand through fields of green, the happiest prince and princess ever seen. Whispering secrets, sharing dreams so dear, knowing true magic is always near. Laughter chimed like little bells, spinning stories, casting joyful spells. With every step, a song would play, shining bright each and every day.
In a kingdom tucked between silver rivers and quiet green hills, there stood a small cottage at the edge of a peaceful village. Inside that cottage lived a gentle family, and among them was a little girl named Cinderella. She was known for her soft laughter, her helpful hands, and a smile that seemed to brighten even cloudy mornings. Cinderella loved working beside her mother in the kitchen. She chopped vegetables carefully and stirred soup with great focus, determined to help.
Easy, little star.
Her mother would say warmly.
That knife has no patience for her.
I'm being careful.
Cinderella would reply, concentrating.
If I help you, you won't be so tired at night.
Her mother would always smile at that.
You help more than you know. Just promise me something. Keep your heart gentle and keep it brave.
Cinderella nodded earnestly.
I want to grow up with a heart like yours.
One afternoon in the garden, her mother placed a small necklace into Cinderella's palm. It glimmered softly in the sunlight.
This has been in our family for years. When you feel lost, hold it. It will remind you that love doesn't disappear, even when people do.
Cinderella looked up, confused.
Disappear? You're not going anywhere, are you?
Life can change in ways we don't choose, but we can choose who we become when it does. Promise me you'll choose kindness.
I promise.
Not long after, sorrow visited their home. Cinderella's mother grew weak, and despite everyone's hope, she passed away quietly one evening. The cottage felt colder without her warmth. Cinderella would often sit in the garden, holding the pendant.
If I stay kind, you'll still be near me.
Her father tried to keep the home cheerful, but time moved forward. Eventually, he remarried, hoping to bring comfort and order back into their lives. Cinderella welcomed her new stepmother and stepsisters with a hopeful smile. At first, she worked eagerly to help everyone feel at home. But slowly, the warmth faded. The new stepmother's voice grew sharp, and the stepsister's laughter often carried a sting. Soon, Cinderella found herself responsible for nearly every chore. She swept floors until they gleamed, washed clothes until her fingers wrinkled, and cooked meals before the sun rose. Still, she remembered her promise. She woke before dawn to light the fire and warm the kitchen. She polished dishes until they reflected candlelight and watered the garden even when her arms ached. In quiet moments, she would stand among the flowers and breathe.
This is enough. A little peace is enough.
One bright afternoon, a royal messenger rode through the village square, ringing a bell and calling out grand news. A magnificent ball would be held at the palace. The prince would attend, and every young lady in the kingdom was invited. The house buzzed with excitement. Cinderella's stepsisters spoke endlessly about silk gowns, sparkling jewels, and graceful dances. Cinderella listened quietly and offered to help.
Let me sew the hems. I can make them strong so they won't tear while you dance.
Her careful stitches impressed them, though they rarely thanked her. At last, she gathered her courage.
If I finish all my work, might I go too? Just to watch for a little while?
If every task is done perfectly, and only if time allows.
Stepmother had a cruel plan to stop her.
Girls, give Cinderella more chores. She must not finish her work.
Cinderella, clean the windows, wash the curtains.
Cinderella, scrub the terrace, polish the silver.
Poor Cinderella worked all day. She had no time for her dress. But her little friends had a surprise waiting in the attic. Cinderella had no friends other than the mice and the birds that used to come to her window.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you, my friends. Maybe I can stand near the doorway and see the chandeliers. I have finished everything. The floors are clean, the food is ready, the dresses are pressed. I was hoping I could go just for a little while. As you said,
That simple thing. You intend to stand beside my daughters in that dress. It is all you have. My ball is no place for patch dresses. Someone must stay home to look after things. You will remain here. You understand? Goodbye, Cinderella. Do look after the house. Do I look perfect?
I understand, Mother, yes. I hope you have a wonderful ball.
The house had never felt so quiet. After the carriage wheels faded into the distance and the last echo of laughter disappeared down the road, Cinderella stood alone in the dim room. For a long moment, she simply stood there, holding the edge of her simple dress, as if she was still deciding whether this was real. She had finished every task. Every floor shone. Every dish was washed. Every ribbon was pressed and folded with care. Yet the door had closed behind them, and she had been left behind. Slowly, she sat down. The room felt larger than usual, emptier than usual. The silence pressed against her chest like a heavy blanket. I only wanted to see the lights, she whispered to no one. Just for a little while. Her fingers trembled as she touched the necklace around her neck. The small metal felt cool against her skin. She held it tightly, as if it might answer her. The last tear had barely fallen when something in the room began to change. Cinderella lifted her head slowly. She had been so deep in her sadness that she almost thought she was imagining it. But the light grew steadier. It glowed softly, like kindness itself taking shape. The room felt warmer, calmer, as though an unseen presence had wrapped it in comfort. Then a gentle voice spoke.
My dear child, why do you let sorrow sit so heavily on your shoulders tonight? I tried. I did everything I was asked. I only wished to see the lights, to hear the music for a little while. But perhaps that wish was too large for someone like me.
You wished for small joy, and small joys are never too much to ask for. I have seen your quiet mornings, your tired hands, and the way you still choose kindness when the world gives you little in return.
I promised I would stay kind. But tonight it felt very hard.
It is always hardest when no one sees the effort you give. But kindness given in the dark still shines. And tonight, that light has reached farther than you think.
Why are you helping me?
Because you have learned to keep your heart kind even when it hurts. Because you kept your promise when no one was there to remind you. Trust, child, is not only about believing in others, it is about believing that goodness will find its way back to you. Come, there is a little more night left than you think. Walk with me, then let tonight bring it a little closer. But you must trust me, do you?
I do believe in you.
They stopped beside a round, golden pumpkin resting near the garden fence. It sat quietly in the moonlight, ordinary and unnoticed.
Do you see this pumpkin?
Yes.
With the graceful lift of her hand, the guardian let a soft glow spill into the air. The light touched the pumpkin, and for a moment, everything stood still. Then, slowly, the pumpkin shimmered. Its shape stretched and curved. Its color deepened, and before Cinderella's eyes, it transformed into a beautiful carriage, polished and bright, with windows that sparkled like tiny stars.
It was just a pumpkin.
Many wonderful things begin as something small. Now, we will need horses.
Near the garden wall, a few little mice peeked out from their hiding place, whiskers twitching curiously. The guardian knelt and held out her hand. A gentle glow touched them, and in a swirl of light, they grew taller and stronger, their tiny paws becoming hooves, their soft fur shining like polished silver. In moments, proud horses stood where the mice had been, stamping the ground softly, as if they had always belonged there.
They are ready to carry you where you wish to go, but you must be ready as well.
She turned to Cinderella and lifted her hand once more. The light circled gently, brushing over Cinderella's worn dress. The simple fabric shimmered, softened, and transformed. Layers of delicate cloth fell into place, glowing like moonlight on water. Tiny threads of silver traced the edges, and her shoes became glass-like slippers that caught the faintest sparkle of starlight. Cinderella looked down at herself, hardly breathing.
Is this truly me?
This is the you that has always been there. Tonight, the world will simply see it. But listen carefully now. Magic is a gift that must be handled wisely. This carriage, these horses, this gown, everything you see has been borrowed from the night. When the clock strikes midnight, the magic will fade. The carriage will become a pumpkin again. The horses will return to their small, quiet forms. Your gown will return to what it once was. Midnight. You must return before the midnight. Enjoy the music, see the lights. Let yourself be part of the evening. But when the clock begins to call the hour, you must come back. Promise me.
I promise. I won't forget.
The carriage rolled forward with a soft, steady rhythm, its wheels gliding over the quiet road, as if the night itself were guiding the way. She had never ridden in a carriage before. Usually, she watched them from a distance as they passed through the village, carrying finely dressed people toward grand places she had only imagined. Now she was inside one, wrapped in a gown that shimmered whenever she shifted, even slightly. Cinderella stepped down from the grand staircase, a gown shimmering softly in the golden light of the chandeliers. As she entered the ballroom, conversations faded and heads turned, drawn not only to her beauty, but to the quiet grace in her walk. Without seeking attention, she became the center of the room. Across the ballroom, her stepmother and stepsisters watched the mysterious young lady with curiosity, admiring her elegance without the slightest thought that she could be the girl they had left behind at home. They studied her gown, her posture, and the calm confidence in her steps, convinced she must belong to some distant noble family far above their notice. And so, they continued to whisper and wonder about the stranger, never realizing that the one who shone brightest before them was the very Cinderella they had overlooked every day.
Who is that girl? I've never seen her at court before. Look at her gown. She must be from a very important family.
The king gently reminded the prince that the kingdom had gathered so he might find a bride. And one by one, the young ladies stepped forward to bow before him. Each girl curtsied with hopeful smiles and graceful manners, hoping to catch the prince's attention as music and light filled the hall. The prince greeted them kindly, yet deep in his heart, he felt he was still waiting for someone he had not yet seen.
My son, the whole kingdom has gathered tonight. It is time you begin choosing the one who will stand beside you.
I understand. I will meet her.
Your Highness, it is an honor to be here tonight.
Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the evening.
May I have the privilege of a dance later, Your Highness?
Perhaps we shall. Please enjoy the celebration.
As the prince turned through the crowd, his eyes suddenly rested on Cinderella, standing quietly beneath the glow of the chandeliers. Something about her gentle grace and calm presence drew him forward, as if the music itself were guiding his steps toward her. With quiet determination and a curious heart, he began to make his way across the ballroom to meet the girl who had captured his attention without a single word.
Good evening. I hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all, Your Highness. Good evening.
I don't believe we've met before. May I ask your name?
Tonight, I'm simply a guest, enjoying the music.
Then may this guest allow me the honor of a dance?
I would be grateful for the dance, Your Highness.
They stepped onto the dance floor together, moving gently to the music, as if the world around them had softened into a quiet dream. The prince found himself smiling easily in her presence, while Cinderella felt a calm happiness she had never known before. For a few beautiful moments, they danced as though time had slowed, and the ballroom held only the two of them. They stepped into the quiet garden beneath the tower clock, where the music from the ballroom faded into a gentle echo, and the night felt calm and still. Away from the crowd, they spoke softly, sharing simple words and smiles, as if they had known each other much longer than a single evening.
I'm glad you stepped into the garden. I hoped for a moment to speak with you away from the crowd.
I'm glad too, Your Highness.
Will you tell me where you come from? I would like to see you again after tonight.
I come from this kingdom, from a small, quiet place. That is enough for now.
The distant clock tower begins to glow under the moonlight. But as the clock tower loomed above them, its silent presence reminded Cinderella that this borrowed moment of happiness would soon come to an end.
Oh, the time.
Is something wrong?
I must return soon. I promised I wouldn't stay too long.
Must you leave already?
The clock began to chime, and Cinderella hurried down the grand castle steps, her gown fluttering like moonlight as she ran. Behind her, the prince called out and followed, hoping to stop her before she vanished into the night. But in her haste, one glass slipper slipped from her foot on the stone steps. Left behind as the only trace of the girl he was determined to find again. The prince hurried to the palace guards, holding the single glass slipper carefully in his hand. He ordered them to search every corner of the kingdom and find the girl whose foot fit the slipper, for she was the one he wished to see again. With hope and determination in his heart, he vowed that he would not rest until the mysterious girl from the ball was found. The royal guards arrived at Cinderella's house with the glass slipper held carefully in their hands, announcing that every maiden must try it on by order of the prince. Her stepsisters stepped forward eagerly, each trying to fit their foot into the delicate slipper. But no matter how they adjusted or insisted, it would not fit either of them. As their excitement slowly faded into disappointment, the guards looked around the room, sensing that there might still be one more girl in the house yet to try. The guard's eyes fell on Cinderella, standing quietly at the back, and he asked if she might also try the slipper. Her stepmother quickly stepped forward, insisting that the girl had never been to the ball and was only a servant in the house. But the guard remembered the prince's command and asked that every maiden be given a chance, no matter who she was. Just as Cinderella was about to try the glass slipper, her stepmother stepped forward in haste, and the delicate shoe fell, shattering on the floor. For a moment, all hope seemed lost. But Cinderella quietly reached into her pocket and brought out the other matching slipper she had kept safe. When it fit her perfectly, the prince knew at once she was the girl from the ball. And soon after, he brought her to the palace, where they were married and began a new life filled with kindness and light.